It's the NFL on EA Sports. And front and center is McCole Hardman. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the 49ers and the Rams. All that and more coming up next.
Now from the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. Two teams in this one going in the right direction. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. Greg, both these squads come in off winning streaks. Something's going to have to give, but you love having that momentum coming into a game like this.
And absolutely right, Mike. And on top of it, if you're the home team today playing in front of your home crowd, not only are you coming off this win streak and bringing this momentum into another home game, but you get the energy, you get the excitement of your crowd who's also riding this wave of winning football. But on the other sideline, you've got a hungry, hot road.
We're so pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the man from Ohio State, 6'3", Justin Fields.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even-keeled. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He just shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Play action now for Fields. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards. Sometimes it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you, and here's one of those examples. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this first down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the first down marker, sets up 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll turn to Ryan Stonehouse here to punt. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
Sometimes we can make NFL football so complicated, Mike. There's different schemes, the personnel, different approaches to how to play the game. But when it all comes down to it, the best teams in the league, they simply just find a way to win. It might look different week in and week out. It might take 40 passes or it might take 40 runs. It could be a shootout or a slugfest. It doesn't matter. They are comfortable operating in all situations, and, man, all you got to do, like Al Davis said, just win, baby.
He'll drop to throw. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And that is incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
It's a loss of 2.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now, a handoff to McCaffrey. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
He's caught down at the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Rams offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw is Fields. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Short pass taken in by the tight end. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Fields. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He'll try to run for it with Williams. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Niners offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And he is right up there amongst the league leaders when it comes to receiving yards by a wideout this year. They motion the slot man left. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard.
At the 29-yard line.
Out of the gun. They'll give it to McCaffrey. And he's going to be close to a 1st down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving. Throwing now from the gun. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's Over the middle to Kittle.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up first downs without getting to third down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. And when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to third and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
At the Rams' 49-yard line.
And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Third down. 3 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
He'll look to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. He'll get out of bounds. A gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a first down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
It's a loss of 8. Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 49-yard line.
So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. The Niners have the early advantage. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Going for it all. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
The 49ers out to punt this one. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. The Rams offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Here's Fields. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Second down and 3. They'll go with Williams. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Rams first down. Fields.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On third down, here's Williams. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Hardy's kick is good. And the Rams will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll look to throw. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, 49ers.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he gets that to Hardman.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
It's 2nd and inches at the 44-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll throw out of the gun. That one is complete to Hardman. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And that is incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the 49ers will take a 6-3 lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Off the play action. Here's... Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. 3rd and long. Williams gets it on the draw. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he is on to punt for the Rams. This will be returnable from his own 15. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
At the 30-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
So Kittle comes in motion. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well. They'll look to throw again. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. Quick throw, taken in. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
The Rams offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. Play action now for Fields. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. 2nd down. It's Fields. That one caught by Tucker. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. From the shotgun, it's Fields. This one complete to Atwell. and they will take him down at the 20-yard line. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Rams will tie the game at 6.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's going to take a shot down the field. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We will begin out at State Farm Stadium, Carolina, matching up with Arizona. And the Panthers are out in front as they play. From there, we move to H-Town to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. C.J. Stroud, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And things didn't go so well as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. Rashad White, a touchdown run in the victory. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And a short pickup past the 25. Now, stoppage here for an injury. It's Christian McCaffrey who's having an issue down there. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll send a tight end in motion. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. Third down coming up. Now they'll set up to throw. And this ball incomplete on third down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Kyren Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. So they come to the line for first down and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a second and he'll go down. They got him. Nick Bosa, the former All-Pro, in there for the sack.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw is Fields. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Rams punting unit coming out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. The Niners offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Low-scoring game, all tied, 3rd quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. And a nice run there. He'll get 8 to the 28-yard line.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going. This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. On the handoff, it's Guerendo. 16-yard pickup on that one. It's good for a Niners first down.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you can have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
He'll look to throw. He's going to tuck it and go.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
In trouble, and down he goes.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
The Rams offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. They go play action with Fields. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Jacorian Bennett.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Ayuk makes the catch right side. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Rams' 30-yard line.
And he gets that to Hardman. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
So Kittle comes in motion. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field. I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air, and truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he's taken down up past the 35.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game. Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
3rd down and 9. Now Fields. Nakua snags it over the middle. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. 49ers offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. They're trying to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
When you give the ball to the fullback, it just hits a lot faster, so it puts a lot of pressure on the defense to trust their reads and react. It's exactly what we saw here. They're able to take him down in the backfield for a loss.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. This throw, left side, caught by Kittle.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Oh, a miss hit there, off the side of his foot. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. We're all even, 4th quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. They run over center with Williams. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Fields. Taking off.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. Throwing is Fields. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Fields to throw. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And he'll be out of bounds, but he got the 1st down, so it's going to be 1st and goal. They're going to mark it at the 6. They'll run. It's Williams. Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes 2nd and goal. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Ball right on the 5-yard line, 2nd down and goal. This a design run with Fields. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Justin Fields. Touchdown, Rams. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
The extra point from Carty is good. And the Rams will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Niners offense starting to trot out for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. The second down throw is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
The 49ers out for the punt. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. No chance at all. He'll go down.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
2nd down, it's Fields. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Back to throw is Fields. Here's a screen set up to Williams. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. It's another run here for Williams. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down forthcoming. From the shotgun, it's Fields. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the pass. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field. And And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Samuel, going to see what he can do. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The 49ers offense about ready to take over once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. That's over the middle to Kittle. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. He'll complete that to his fullback. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts.
Seems like the fullback is kind of the last of a dying breed, but we see them used occasionally in the run game. But, man, when you have a guy that you can target in the passing game, it just adds one more layer for a defense to have to worry about.
There's that man again. Another catch. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. It is 2nd down and 5. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Here's 1st down.
Recovering an onside kick has really become kind of a lost art nowadays, Mike. You just don't see it very often. You're trying to find where's the weak link, where's the hole in the recovery unit. The kicker's got to put the ball there, and then it's just a race to recover it.
Timeout 49ers. That is their 2nd. Clock is stopped. 55 seconds remaining here in the game. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle to Ayuk. Complete. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win for the visiting Rams. And it is their 3rd consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.